Once upon a time, there was a child born on Earth that was ahead of their time, like a big ball of light that we could see from the other side, but couldn't get to in our lifetime. This child was equally part boy and part girl, with a name to match that might lead us to believe that it could be a he or a she. Their name was Bobby. And this child had gifts and abilities like no other child ever to be born on our earthly soil. For inside their soul, you could feel two worlds colliding, like fire and ice, dark and light, up and down, left and right. And in their eyes, you could see so many colors at the same time, it was like staring into a rainbow of a grand design. And their smile was like a bridge, because from each point and place where their lips began, you could feel a suspension of tension to your heart, penetrating through like goosebumps on your skin. Simply put, when you looked at them for longer than a few seconds, you might start to believe that they were sent to Earth to heal the world. Which is why Bobby came here as equal parts boy and girl. But like so many before them who almost seemed to be born ahead of their time, most people didn't understand Bobby, because Bobby was different. And this is where our story begins. "Bobby, why don't you go outside with the other kids and play?" the teacher said. "I don't really know if I should play with the girls or the boys," said Bobby. "Don't be silly, Bobby. You can play with whoever you want to." "Can I just stay here and play inside my mind?" What a peculiar child you are. If you want to stay inside, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to go outside. Do you want to draw, paint, or build something? No, that's okay. I will just sit here and look out the window and make up stories. You see, Bobby had an incredible ability to create colorful worlds that only they could see. But if you asked them to tell you about them, they would describe them with such detail like you wouldn't believe. After listening to them, you might start to think that the places they described might actually exist somewhere out there beyond space and time. "How was school today, honey?" said Bobby's mom. "It was okay, I guess," said Bobby. "Did something happen?" said Bobby's mom. "No, not really. Just my teacher said I was peculiar." "Peculiar? Why would she say that?" "Because I told her that I didn't want to go outside and I would rather stay inside and play with my mind." "Well, she is wrong, Bobby. You aren't peculiar. You said you played with your mind. How did you do that, honey?" "I just make up stories and travel to far-off places inside my head," said Bobby. I see. Would you write down one of your stories for me after dinner? I would love to hear one of your wonderful stories." "Okay, Mom. I've never really tried writing them down. What if I can't?" said Bobby. "That's impossible, honey. You see, the reason you like to sit around making up stories in your head, or as you say, play with your mind, is because that's who you are. You are a storyteller." "I am?" said Bobby. "You betcha. And did you know storytellers are some of the most important people in the world? Because storytellers take ideas and feelings and share them with others. Storytellers have the power to change and heal the world." Wow. "Yeah, honey, it's an amazing ability to have, and you have it. After dinner, will you take some of your made-up stories and write one of them down for me? And if you need it, I can help." "Okay, Mom. I did have this one idea for a story." "Do you have a title yet?" said Bobby's mom. "The Child Designed with the Future in Mind." "I love it. What a great title. Why don't you finish up eating and then go to your room? And before you write anything down, go over to your window and just look up at the stars. Because that's where every story ever written came from, honey. So go and sit with the stars for a little bit and then start writing your story of the future." "Okay, that sounds magical," said Bobby. "It sure is. All great stories have a little bit of magic and beauty in them. And if we can feel the fun and playfulness inside the story that you felt when you created it, then the reader gets to go on an amazing, surprising, and marvelous journey to the stars." Bobby starts to get up. "Don't you want your dessert, honey?" "No, that's okay, Mom. I can have it later. I want to go stare at the stars for a bit." Bobby jumps up from the table and rushes out of the room. Once upon a time, there was a child born on Earth that was from the future. This child had a magical ability to make the things in their mind come alive right before your eyes. And this child from the future could teach others how to do the same. The child said all they had to do was imagine the world how they wanted it to be, and if they could see it in their mind and feel it in their heart, over time the world they dreamed of would swoop down like a beautiful white dove. And if they would hold out their hand, there would be a place for it to land, and then peace and love would start to color the whole wide world. For the reason was because this particular dove was neither a boy or a girl.